I don't know if y'all ever had like a episode like depression. I was like stopped running. I just wasn't lifting. I was like, this is really like nothing's really open. The world was closed. You couldn't really barely drive. You couldn't fly anywhere. I'm like, I'm just sitting at home, just eating, just not really working out. I got to like 245. I was like so bad. And it's just, I don't know. In my mind, I was like, I got to do something.
I gotta be honest with you. Why the did we even run the Phoenix race? We should have just handed it to my boy Zillage.
This is deceptive business practices by NASCAR.
And those that got a little nuts and going to let them hang a little bit are going to push that pedal harder and go to the front. Give them horsepower.
Welcome back to another edition of Checkers, Wreckers, and What the Heckers. My name is Chad Beard, and I'm a country music artist, content creator, and NASCAR super fan. Joined, as always, by my incredible co-host. Let me introduce him to you. He's the only man whose mullet has its own pit pass, security detail, and fan club in 3 different counties. He's half horsepower, half hair product, and 100% ready to raise hell on a microphone. The follicle phenom, Rick Kojan.
Chad, to the point, within like 3 sentences, you nailed that. Thank you for having me back. Thank you for not replacing me. And thank you for not making me cut my hair.
It looks good in those dancing videos, Rick.
Yeah. Dancing queen. I should be proud, right? It's good. Proud. Yeah, it's done great things for us. Fantastic. Made an ass out of me, but hell, for the greater good.
Rick, you didn't need AI's help for that.
Shit.
All right. Presiding over tonight's chaos with absolute zero patience for bad takes, faster than the final appeal, and tougher than a post-race inspection. He's ready to hand out verdicts and verbal speeding tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris, the Supreme Court Justice.
Welcome back, fellas. Welcome. It's good to be back. It's good to have the boys back in our respective studios, if you will. It's a good time. I'm excited, man. I missed y'all.
Yeah. That's how it started. We should at least continue and keep doing it and stay consistent, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we're back to our guest episodes, having some incredible guests on. So, yeah, we got a good one tonight, fellas. Let's get into it. How about it?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
All right. He's proof that if football doesn't work out, you can still end up getting screamed at by Carson Hocevar at 180 miles an hour. He's built like a defensive end, moves like a track star, and somehow still trusts NASCAR's wildest driver with his safety. Y'all give it up. We got Jarius Morehead in the house.
Welcome, big dog.
I definitely appreciate y'all inviting me on this. I know we're about to have some fun, so let's get into it.
Yeah, well, you are officially in the fun camp over there because it looks like nobody is having more fun in NASCAR right now than the 77 team. So it's we hope you're going to bring some of that here with us tonight.
Oh, most definitely. That's all we know is fun, and we don't take the job as serious as everybody on pit road. I feel like we're out there 36 weeks out of the year. It's like you got to have fun. You can't be serious all the time, and you got to enjoy that work. So having fun is what we do, but we know when to work to work.
Well, it's showing up on Sundays. I tell you what.
Most definitely.
And all you need to do now is add in Rick's dance. You guys are set.
We're already with that. We're dipping back in with that. That's awesome.
If we go back to victory lane, I hit Rick dance for you.
Shit. I'll take the victory lane pass. I don't know if I'm not AI generated or helped. I'm not sure you're gonna like the output, but it'll make a fool out of myself again. So I'll damn sure do it. As long as there's cold beer, I'm in.
All right, so let's talk about how you got here, Jarius. So you're a North Carolina kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Grew up playing a little football, right?
Yes, sir. Played at North Carolina State.
Yeah. So what was high school like for you? What position did you play? How did you figure out you were going to be a D1 athlete?
Well, I was a multi-sport athlete. Uh, Played football, basketball, ran track. Football came up when I was little, playing behind a yard and playing basketball. My brother played football. Coach pulled up, um, recruited my brothers and all that, and just seeing me playing back there. That's kind of how it jump started. We was playing football on concrete, playing tackle football, just like every little kid, been knuckleheads. Started playing rec league when I was 9. Got really good at it. I got so good that the high school coaches would come down and watch me play. Never knew anything about it. Just watched my brothers played and always played with the older guys. So when I played in high school, it was pretty much. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it was way easier for me to pick up and learn the skill just because I always played with guys 4 or 5 years older than me. Um, and I think throughout to my junior year, I was playing basketball. I said, you know what, I want to focus more on football and just football. And football became like the light of my life. And I was like, this is my golden ticket out of the life I was living. And my mom told me, it's like, hey, like I can't afford college, so you're gonna have to get a scholarship. So I was like, all right, time to go to work. Had to bust my ass every day, go to work, not work, but school, if you want to consider that as work. Uh, and just every day had to be my best and bring the best character person I could be to my daily life. Fast forward that, went to North Carolina State, redshirt my freshman year, then became a 3 years, 3.5 year starter. Had the most snaps as a DB at North Carolina State. Was a team captain there. Yeah,
So,
it was a long journey. I could say that.
so how did you wind up at NC State? You're this incredible high school football player. I gotta
Mhm.
imagine you got all these different people looking at you. So what made you want to be a part of the Wolf Pack?
Well, first, UNC fans gonna hate this. I wanted to go to UNC at first. Uh, they had too many guys like commit to their schools. It was like 4 or 5 safeties that committed. I was like, why would I commit to a school and they got 4 or 5 safeties? And then NC State had, I think, one guy, his name is Josh Jones. He had one more year till he went to the draft. They say he's gonna get drafted. And then they had a younger guy that was on the other side of the ball that he had like 2 more years. So I'm like, in my mind, well, one guy's about to leave. This is an opportunity for me to go in there and then put a puzzle into the puzzle piece. You know what I'm saying? So looking at the long picture, then just going to a school that looks good, that makes sense.
So you did the
So,
math. The math was mathing on the timeline and the open spots.
oh, 100%, yeah, 100%.
So how many different schools were recruiting you?
I had, I think, 18 offers total. The schools, the only three I was looking at was UNC, NC State. I believe Wake Forest, but Wake Forest, no offense, they had a
Here it
new
comes.
they had a new, I guess, recruiting coordinator, and I told him how to take the SAT, and he flipped shit. And I said, yeah, you know what? I am not going to Wake Forest. It was like I had to take the SAT. He started flipping out. I said, yeah, this team's not gonna be for me. He's not gonna be for me. I'm like, yeah, it's not it.
Yeah, we had some
Uh,
coaching problems during your era for sure.
I said, nah, this
Yeah.
is not it. So just those was the three schools. And then like I like Tennessee, but Tennessee came to my school, offered me that day. And I did not speak to them after that day. It was the weirdest offer I ever received. And I'm still like mind boggling from that. So
Who was the coach at that time in Tennessee?
I do not know. I do not know.
I'm just wondering if they were showing up with McDonald's bags of money and
Nah,
like a
I wasn't that big of a I was a 3 star. I wasn't that big.
so
It sounds like though that you were trying to stay geographically hub centric. Like, were you trying to stay close to your mom, or like what? You said 18 schools. I'm sure some of them had to wind up being west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, majority was to stay home, like stay close to home. At least an hour from my mom so she can come to the games. But no matter where the game was, she was there. If it was
That's
in
cool.
Hawaii and freaking Pluto, she was there. No matter if I was registered or not, she was there. So
Hmm.
I could have picked a different school. I know she would just show up. So
Yeah.
that's incredible. So it
Yeah.
sounds like
It's cool.
you had a great support system coming up through this.
oh,
Uh,
most definitely, most
so
definitely.
you talked about playing with your brothers. Were they also athletes?
Yeah, everybody in my family, I had two brothers, one sister. We all played football and basketball. Even my sister, she was out there playing with the boys, all that stuff. Both my brothers were great high school players. Uh, they didn't get the same coaching I got in high school. My coach came from the NFL towards ACL. Played for the Rams for a couple of years, and then towards ACL couldn't really return. Somehow he got to Eastern Guilford, and then that's when that school started getting recruited a lot. He knew everybody, and that kind of opened doors for me. I would say my brother was definitely a better athlete, uh, but I was just smarter in the books and like playbook and all that stuff. So if he had the opportunity to have him, he'd definitely be playing somewhere.
Did you say Eastern Guilford?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
You sound like
Why
you
you
got some beef
why
with
yeah, I'm
that.
gonna say why you say that?
Yeah, you all right? You all
Oh
right?
no, I'm
Supreme
familiar.
Court.
Eastern Guilford, right? All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I've heard of them
It's
before.
home of the Tory Holtz, the Holtz
Home of,
brothers, and the Yao twins. So
yeah. Some athletes come out of there.
yeah,
So
That's
what was your
what's that?
time like?
Witsit, right? Witsit area.
yeah. I'm surprised you know what that is.
Yeah,
It's,
by the way,
I'm a
Supreme
North
Court.
Carolina kid, man. I'm a North Carolina kid. Come on.
I'm not
even
trying to
even if
call
I
your ass out, but that was on the show notes.
What?
I knew Witsit for Jarius because I read the show notes. Thank you, Chad.
I didn't need Witsit with the high school he mentioned.
yeah, usually when I say Winston, they be like, "Oh, Winston Salem." Like, no, Winston. They
No,
was like, "Yeah, I don't know
Witsit.
what that. I don't know what that is." I'm like, "Yeah, it's between Greensboro. That's all I can say."
Yeah,
It's a,
Greensboro.
yeah.
You know
So
why I know that, Ricky?
Tell me.
Because I'm from the borough where it's thorough.
there you go.
That's how we know.
there you go.
All right, so tell me about your time at State. What
Chad's
was
like, I have no fucking idea what they're talking about from Alabama, from this rural road, like a family hill. Go on, Chad.
Yeah, he's lost. But
hey,
go ahead.
I'm just trying to get the story, bro.
Okay, we
So
got it.
tell
Come
me
on.
about your time at State. What was it like? What kind of impact did you have there? And what kind of impact did State have on you?
Um, as a kid going in there, I really didn't know what to expect. Then I really have a family that went to like a big D1, a school like that. I didn't know what it was, a PWI. So again, Eastern Griffiths, you can say is a PWI. So I kind of know who I'm going to be around and like how to carry myself. Um, the people I met at NC State, coaches wise, teammate wise, I had great teammates. A lot of them still in the NFL. They were great leaders, great people. Um, I have I want to say four different position coaches. They all had a different impact. Growing up, I didn't have a father, but they gave me like father, like bigger roles and taught me how to be a man and be who I am today. So I can definitely say State definitely gave me that push to be better, to uh, you know, be the alpha male when you walk in and just hold your head high and just, be you, you know? So
So what years were you at State?
2015 to 2019.
Okay. So I read that you did not get to do a pro day
Yep.
because that was during the middle of the pandemic. What's that like? First of all, like what were your expectations coming out of State? Like what were what were your plans for life? Did you think
Mhm.
did you think NFL, what was that process like and how was that affected by the pandemic and all the things that were happening?
So beginning my senior year, I was on every watch list. I was on every senior bowl game watch list. Reese's Senior Bowl watch list. That's the best one. I was on the All ACC selection, first team ballot, like preseason. And I'm like, all I need to do is have a good year, and just be me. Keep doing what I'm doing. The 3 years that I started, just keep continuing to keep doing that. Um, and then we changed our whole defense in the summer, which was a terrible idea. They moved me to like an actual safety where I'm going sideline to sideline. Well, yeah, sideline to sideline. When I got to my junior year, I was not a sideline to sideline. I was a box linebacker guy, and that kind of screwed up my stats and how I was comfortable playing. So season starts. I'm the only senior starting on defense. Everybody is hurt, playing with freshmen and sophomore. sophomores, and I'm like, yeah, this is not it. This is not it. And we're just mixing and matching, and just the defense wasn't clicking because, like I said, we started in the summer. We only had what probably like 4 months to get ready, and it just wasn't it. When season end, played UNC. It was our last game in the Carter family. I bawled my eyes out because I was like, this is not the season that I wanted. We didn't get a bowl game. We didn't get an opportunity to, play another game to show who I am. And then after the season, went to the train, and right on my birthday, COVID, when the world shut down. So I'm like, yeah, this is a great birthday present.
So, did you still think at that point that the NFL was a shot? How did that work for you? How what was the draft process like? What happened there?
So we'll continue to keep training. I'm still getting a call from my agent, still talking to teams on blah blah. Yeah, they canceled a pro day. I'm like, okay, well, they still got Ricky mini camps. They still gonna fly us out. A week later, they shut down. I think pretty sure they shut down like airports on stuff. They told all scouts on that stuff that they're gonna stop sending the guys out. I'm like, okay, this is not good. But I'm a positive guy. I'm gonna keep being positive and keep looking forward. And then my agent was like, it's getting bad right now, but just keep your head up and just keep working out, keep training. And that's what I kept doing. Pro day came, not pro day, the draft came.
Draft.
I'm getting a call from my agent, and I'm keep getting a call from the Chargers. Hey, we're gonna pick you up in this round. Getting a call from the Eagles. We're gonna pick you up this round. Never, nothing happened. And that's the point where I'm like, in my mind, like, dang, is this really it for me? Um, and yeah, draft ended. Didn't get no calls, and um, my agent's like, just give it like a week or so, and then they started on like free agents calling. And I'm going on Twitter, seeing my friends getting picked up for, like free agents, and then I was like the fifth safety off the board beginning of the draft, and four of the safeties got picked up, and then they skipped over me. I'm like, okay, like what the hell's going on? So free agency comes. I'm like, I definitely should get picked up. I was fifth on the board, still didn't get picked up. So week 1, 2 weeks went by. I'm still in shambles. I'm like, dang, what do I do now? Like, I knew what my backup plan was, but this is my A plan. This is what I want. All I need is the opportunity. I was like, if I get an opportunity, I am not. They're not going to cut me. But never got the opportunity.
So are you living at home at this point, just continuing to train? Like what's happening like physically in your life?
So um, I moved to Kentucky. Why I moved to Kentucky? Well, I had a girlfriend in Kentucky, so I moved up there. But the other reason was because I was a big time athlete. When I say I was a big time athlete, I couldn't go to a gas station or anything. Oh, we can't wait till you see you play on Sundays, blah blah blah. Anywhere I go, they knew who I was, and I felt embarrassed. I was going through depression. I was going through everything. I was like, I kind of don't want to be around this. And then I felt that I let my mom down. I let my community down because like I was like when I say it was like a big athlete, I was on billboards. I was literally on newspapers like almost every week. It's like Jesus, I literally just let my community down. I left my mom down, and that's my biggest supporter. I'm like, I can't face that to her. So I was just going through so much through that time, and yeah,
So there's just I mean, it sounds like there's tons of pressure,
yeah,
whether it's intended or not, right? And
Self-applied.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're putting that
Yeah.
on yourself.
Yeah.
yeah.
So at what point do you kind of is there a point where you go, all right, well, this is not my path. I need to do something else. Or was it, hey, I got to do something else until this opens up? Or like what's the mindset there?
The mindset was like just keep working out. And like again, like I don't know if y'all ever had like a episode like depression. I was like stopped running. I just wasn't lifting. I was like, this is really like nothing's really open. The world was closed. You couldn't really barely drive. You couldn't fly anywhere. I'm just sitting at home, just eating, just not really working out. I got to like 245. I was like so bad, and it just I don't know. In my mind, I was like, I got to do something. So I mean, I picked up like a little gig of like driving trucks and all that stuff. But all other than that, that was pretty much what I was doing. And yeah,
So what were you doing or what did you do eventually to kind of combat that depression, or like how did you handle that? What was your way of climbing out of that, or seeking treatment for that, or whatever that was?
So one thing I did, I started reading, and then I wrote down everything that was happening in my life. I felt like I'm that guy that like if you say do this, I do it. It's not you don't have to worry about like if you had daughters, you'd be like that's the guy I want to date my daughter type deal. That's the guy that I want to be around my family. I know he's gonna bring a light into the world. I know he's gonna be here. Blah blah blah. It's like everything's like I'm doing the right things. I'm like so what is it? And I was just I felt just wrote everything down. I was like, you know what? I need to talk to God. I need to give my life to God. I need to tell him what's going on and just keep praying and keep praying. And finally called my mom. I told her what was going on. And she was like, my mom bought her first house at 52. And she was like, couldn't afford this house because I was like, I was saving money just in case you got in trouble for school, blah, blah, blah. And like when she took me to the house for the first time, I was like, yeah, let me go get some food. I only had like $15 in my account and I went to go get her food. But like the first 30 minutes, I literally sat in the car and started crying. Just just thanking God for like, even though that I was had $15, that my mom was still blessed and she was the happiest in the world. That I'm still living. I'm still trying to be the best man I can. And that day showed me that I always have her as my support and she's always gonna be there to be my backbone. And I told her and we talked about it and ever since then, God been on my side and been blessing me. So
That's incredible. So when do you start getting recruited or pursuing, and how does that work into NASCAR?
So 2021, they kind of opened back up as in like pro day wise. Um, so I came back, started training. In June, we had a pro day. We got there. They said, "Hey guys, if you've been removed from football for I think it was 2 years, you only gonna be running a 40 today." I'm like, I just trained for 6 months just to run a 40. I can't do no DB drills, all this blah blah. Tryout ran a 40. First one was like a 4.56. Second one was a 4.52. But that 4.52, I like tweaked my hamstring like really, really bad. I said, I can't believe I just did this. So after the combine happened, went to my car and car sat there, let everybody leave, just sat in the parking lot, just bawled my eyes out. It's like, what is going on? Like again, God, like why are you doing this to me? And then I was like, you know what? Why am I questioning God about what he's doing? Like, what are you trying to teach me? So I started stop asking like, why are you doing this to me? And it's like, what are you trying to teach me? Um, did a long prayer. Like, hey God, like just want you to keep me in this world and keep me positive. And I want to say like in like a professional sport or like something that I can give back to people, to the community, all this blah blah. Two weeks later, I got a call from Hendrick, and I thought it was a joke because why would I go do NASCAR? I'm like, okay, cool. But I thought about it. I thought about it. I said
You're
maybe
not the
this is
first, brother. You're not the first to
Yeah.
say what the hell is that?
What are these guys doing?
So
yeah.
so had you ever watched NASCAR, been a NASCAR fan, any of that up until that point?
No, all I knew was Jimmy Johnson, uh, not Tony Stewart, and Jeff Gordon. That's all I
Jeff
knew.
Gordon. Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
that's all I
sense.
knew. But I have never watched a race. Never. Or I grew up, quote unquote. I was born in Martinsville, Virginia. Grew up right behind a racetrack, but I was too young to remember. So, um, yeah, nothing.
So
Never knew anything.
so they just were looking at available pro athletes. Is that how that happened, or did you apply, or?
No, so Keith Flynn, our recruiting coordinator, he goes around colleges and say, hey, like, do you got any guys like done with football or quite going to the NFL, might get cut? Can you give me a list of guys that you think got good character, was a captain, somebody that played in a high pressure scenario? and that's how he go gets his athletes. That's what he does now. He goes around. So if you go to Alabama, you go to Alabama and go to their school and say, hey, if there's any guys that's not going to be playing football no more, this is the opportunity to still be professional and
But
still do what you want to do.
everybody coming out of Alabama is still playing football.
He
Settle
was also he
down.
was also
Settle
a
down,
he was
Tide.
also a college coach as well. Flynn was so
Yeah, he was.
his network his web is pretty wide of familiar faces on the
And
coaching.
Chris Flynn's with Hendrick at that time, or still is?
He still
He
is.
still is.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
So they reach out, say, "Hey, do you want to come work out for a NASCAR team?" Like, how does that process go?
So you come down, do a 1 day evaluation, which is pretty much like a combine. You do like the 5, 10, 5, but it's lug nuts, vertical, bench press. You get checked out by a doctor with injuries and all that stuff. And then you just get to know the coaches, the players around you from different colleges. Some of them you played against, some of them you watch play and be like, oh, I didn't know that was you. And once you do that, they will call you back like maybe like a week or two and say, hey, like we want you to come back for the 3 day camp. 3 day camp is consists of just all pit crew stuff. No it's pit crew workout and then seeing how you can be with teammates, seeing how you are with other people. So that's how the process usually works.
So this is what I want people to understand, because I think a lot of people don't, is that essentially they're, and for anybody who is, Stephen A. Smith, or
Hmm.
somebody uneducated like that, who says that,
Oh, look at you throwing darts.
well,
Yeah.
well,
Oh my goodness.
Shots
Incoming
fired.
Stephen
the
A.
the guy says that NASCAR drivers are
He
not
did.
athletes,
I know that hurts your
and
feelings.
yeah, well, I don't put lots of stock in anything that Stephen A. Smith says, anyways.
Ooh,
Damn.
another
So,
shot. Boom.
Damn. You ain't done yet. Keep
Boom.
going, Chadley.
anyways, I mean, anybody could get on TV and scream at the top of their lungs for an hour. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ. Anyways, but
No, hey, Chris, no chance Stephen A's are coming on this goddamn pod.
He might after this one. You never know.
He just closed that door.
anyways, uh, but here's what I want people to understand is, and we've talked about this before, is there is this whole ecosystem inside of
Mhm.
NASCAR. It's literally there are so many different roles and jobs and things that people can do to be involved in NASCAR beyond driving the car, right? Those
Mhm.
those are the guys that people see, and rightfully so. But it takes an entire team all the way around, but also inside these crews, you guys essentially, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's very similar to like football or
Mhm.
baseball, where there's essentially like a farm team, right? Like you're moving your way up to try to get in that top tier cup team, and they're, like you said, they're recruiting guys all the time to come in, and this is such an intense, and this is professional sports at
Mhm.
an extremely high level, and I don't think people understand it enough. I mean, you guys are changing four tires and filling a car up with gas in 9 seconds, in 8 seconds. you know it's it's an incredible amount of talent and ath- athleticism, and there's entry and there's growth. And like, people see pit crews on Sunday, and I think to the normal average casual fan, they think, oh, well, they just go out and hire some guys to do this. But
Mhm.
for a guy who is coming into this sport, who wants to come into this sport, and who wants to be a pit crew member,
Mhm.
like, first of all, you know, most of us are not built like a Greek god like you are. But so we probably don't have the same advantage as you do in that. But talk about kind of the process of, like, for a guy who gets recruited in or
Mhm.
applies in, gets a shot, whatever, however that may happen, right? What's the process like in moving through those into getting assigned to a team or getting a promotion to whatever team,
Hmm.
and kind of how that goes.
Oh, well, you come in, you're on a Debo squad. I don't know, does Hoss got a Debo squad? Do you have like a Debo team?
Not anymore.
We don't.
Well,
No.
Hendrick, I think Hendrick probably has like the best Devo like program that is because that's why it's like usually when we get filled in or get moved up, it's never like a beat missing on the team just because from the day you come in, you're working with the older guys and you're performing, you're going to the track, you're learning from them. Like coaches can say this is what you got to do, blah, blah, blah. But you're not really learning from them because they never really done it. But these guys that's been in it for like 10, 15 years, this is what you're learning. So for guys that come in and they go over the wall or, help behind the wall, you're learning just for, when your chance comes up. And that's how you learn to pit the car, you know what I'm saying? So it's like nobody comes in knowing how to pit a car. And as a new guy, you just got to be a sponge. There's gonna be four or five other guys that's doing in your position, but they can change the gun with the left or right, or they pull a little different. It's everybody going to change, but it's like you got to be a sponge and learn from those guys that's in front of you or even behind you, because sometimes they pick up new ideas, and you just got to be a sponge and drop the ego and just so.
So if you like for you when you came into the sport, what
Mhm.
you when you show up for camp,
Yep.
what's the first kind of assignment that you have with Hendrick?
As in like when I get to like my first day on campus.
Yeah, so you get there before you ever get assigned to a team. How long does it take you to get assigned to your first team? And what kind of team are you getting it assigned to
Mhm.
when that happens? Like kind of explain how you move that ladder or you climb the system to get to that cup car.
So by first, because we usually get there in October. Yeah, I think October. Usually, like if new recruits get there in October, you kind of watch and you kind of get it started with like the Devo team. You're practicing late. You're behind the wall, watching the older guys and the guys that's in the playoffs pretty much practice all the time, and then you get your practice, and then you get help from them, and it's just a lot of process. But when the off season come, it ain't really no off season for you. You stay there and you work your ass off. And they kind of like, oh, you're gonna be a jackman, but maybe you get in. And they say, okay, you know what? We're probably gonna change your carrier, changer, and it just keeps going over and over and over and over. And hopefully you can catch up with the older guys. But thank God that mono is way easier than foul lug to pick up. A lot of guys pick up a little bit faster now. But yeah, when you first come in, and just practice, 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 and just finding who you are, and finding what you like to do, and just growing from other people.
So you spend essentially 6, 8 months in camp, right? So
Yeah,
when season starts,
yeah.
are you getting assigned to a team? Are you getting assigned to a squad? Are you getting assigned to, are there guys who are, hey, you're the backup guy, or how
Mhm.
does that work? How are you getting assigned positions and teams and things like that?
So you got those teams like the 9 teams that have been together for like 10 plus years. So they stay together. 5 teams that's already put together. So those teams are pretty much submitted into those groups. Usually, I think Daytona we usually have like 11 to 12 cars on pit road. Then they kind of put you can come in as like a whole group of 5. They would like for you to stay as a whole group of 5 or the 3 or whatnot. But sometimes you might be the oddball ball and be like you get moved up quicker because they need to fill in the spot. So teams really go off really like your class and then like your work ethic and then just injury wise. Like you can be in there for 6 or 7 months and then you're on a cup call right now because one guy didn't come back for all season, but you're ready to perform. Like I said, like one lug is like you can learn really quick with it. So it kind of it kind of varies in different scenarios.
So for those that are listening, the one lug are the Cup cars and five luggage are trucks and O'Reilly Series cars right now.
Hmm.
And I would add to that, Chris, in Jarius's opinion, which one's easier?
One
He
lug.
says the one lug is easier.
That's what I
One
thought
lug
you
is easier.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, one lug was easier.
So, what was your first team you were assigned to?
Well, I started off as a changer. A week before Daytona, they moved me to a carrier. I was put on the 30 truck with, I think his name was Tate Fogelman. I think it's Tate Fogelman. He was a 30 truck, and then Johnny Davis on Xfinity days, and then I did New York racing for Sundays when they ran. So it was like 2 or 3 races they ran, and then just JD Motorsport and Tate Fogelman on truck days.
And so, if people also are unfamiliar,
Hmm.
so you are a Hendrick pit guy,
Yep.
but for a lot of teams that have alliances with Hendrick, they will essentially contract you guys out from Hendrick, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you work for Hendrick, but for you're assigned to Spire Motorsports currently. So
Yes, sir.
um, and kind of the same thing with anybody who has a relationship with them in O'Reilly or something like that, like a Junior Motorsports.
Yep.
Speaking of Junior Motorsports, you told me that you ended up pitting for Justin Allgaier for a
Yep.
while. So when was that? How was that experience for you?
It was good. I was a little nervous because I think I was pitting like JD Motorsports, and everybody knows JD Motorsports is like they always was the team to fill in those spots, always gonna be in the back. And So one of the carriers, he had to go to I think a wedding, so he was like, "Hey, like this opportunity to go compete and show them that you're ready and all that." And he said, "Just do you." He said, "You'll be fine." And got the opportunity. He said he texted me. He said, "Just don't win." But I won anyways. So so that happened, and then I think another situation happened again that year, and he had to leave again. He said, I really hope you don't win it." And then I had a FaceTime him in Victory Lane. We won again, so that was nice. And then
So you were the
Justin,
reason that car is going to victory lane and everything.
yeah, and then that championship race, uh, that year that Justin won, they said, as long as you come to the pit box, we know we'll win. So I had to go show my face for like 15, 20 minutes, and they won the championship. So it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. So
That's awesome. Chris, we were ripping some packs
Uh-oh.
a few weeks ago at
Oh, here we
at
go,
a, at a,
Chris.
at a Cannonballers game.
Yep.
We're gonna
And
geek out on the ripping packs and
you
the
were there doing it
PC.
too.
I know, but I'm saying you're just like we had to talk about the dancing queen. Now we got to talk about ripping cards. Go
And,
ahead.
and for clarity, Chris was invited. He just couldn't make it. He had baseball
Yeah,
with
he
his
had a
son.
baseball
So,
game. Yeah,
but
it's understood.
anyways,
Son's an all-star.
Jarius rips open this box and he gets this beautiful Justin Allgaier patch booklet
Oh,
from
nice.
his first win,
Oh, that's
from
crazy.
Jarius's
That's
No,
first
cool.
win.
it's pretty
one of
good.
three. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
one of three. And I said, yeah, I gotta go get this one signed.
Yeah, you have to.
So, when did you first? So you said you came to Cup first with New York Racing. When did you
Mhm.
move to Spire?
I think in 2022, I did half a year with the 77. One of our carriers got fired, and I was the next one up, so I got moved up, and I started pitting the 77 with Todd Dillon. And then some of the road crew guys is there now. I'm with now, uh, and started as a carrier because I was getting a flip flop from changer and carrier. The week before, I was changing for like two weeks, and then carrier got fired. Then I went to carrier, so I've been like a full time carrier on that cup side since like 2022.
And explain the difference in those two jobs because I think some people don't realize there's a tire carrier and a tire changer. So explain the difference between the jobs.
Well, the changer, of course, takes off the lug. He's the one that can the one that tightens the wheel or loosen the wheel. I'm the one that uh but they push the pace kind of, I guess. I'm the one that stays with the pace. I can't push the pace. So I take care of my jackman, my rear changer, and my front changer. So I'm pretty much on all four cylinders of the car throughout a stop. I'm the guy with the two tires. There with the guns. Yep. Two, I say like 35-pound tires on both sides. So 70 pounds, 70 to 80 pounds
I'm not sure
running
what
out
they
there.
weigh. We should. I'm not
I
sure.
really don't.
Yeah, we
I
got to
really
check
don't.
that.
We we
Those 18-inch forged aluminum from BBS. I know that setup is lighter.
Light,
It's
light.
lighter than a stamped steel from Arrow that we run in
Yeah.
truck, and I know it's lighter. But goddamn, my guests, sponsor guests, always ask, and it's like I pick them up, I give them to them, I let them hold them. We got to find out exactly how much they weigh.
Yeah.
Let's
I just
go
say
with 35,
35. Yeah.
40
Yeah.
pounds. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But that's the difference between the jobs.
All right, so also which one do you like better? So you're carrying now. You've been a changer. Which one do you
Mhm.
prefer?
I like the carrier. We can't get in trouble. So you can't get in trouble. You can't really mess up. So I like that. I change whenever like I'm foul lug and it's like I was a damaged style. I tell the changer like, hey, stay out. Let me go change. Let me go get some light again and hit some lugs or something. So it'll be fun.
So you get assigned to the 77 car.
Hmm.
Ty Dillon is out, and then they bring in Hocevar from the Truck Series, bring him up to
Yep.
the Cup Series, and you've been on that ride with him the whole time, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
And the the change inspire. Talk about kind of the culture there. Talk about what you guys have going on as a crew and kind of what Carson brings to that and how involved is he with you guys? Because
Hmm.
listen, there's some guys who don't even know who their crew is, and there are other guys who can tell you everything about their crew, right? So
Hmm.
what's the relationship like there with you guys?
Relationship is wonderful. I would say we are probably the tightest road crew, pit crew, family, kids. We all are very, very tight, and that's why that win in Talladega was so special. We've been with each other for 3 years, seeing and watching Carson grow, and literally sitting down having a conversation with him. You can tell that he's growing up. Like I I can have a very, very personal conversation with him and he won't feel offended. Like he was very immature when he first came in, which he was only 20. But I would be immature too. Being a pro driver in the NASCAR series, like I'm being immature too, you know. But his growth, his like what he's doing now, and it's like just showing like what we've been working for. Because we had our up and downs as a pit crew too. We have like bad days, and he had bad days, but he take accountability. We take accountability. And then Luke is just a great leader at what he's doing.
He is.
And yeah, I wouldn't want to be a part of no other team than that 77 group, just because we are so close to each other. It's literally a family. When I say it's a family, it's a family, and they would do anything for us, and we would do anything for them. And if there's a fight on pit road, I told Carson, I don't care what driver it is, I got your back. So if you want to wreck a motherfucker. I got your back.
Hell yeah.
Well, he's listen,
I got
listen,
your
you don't got to tell him twice. I don't think.
Chad, he didn't even ask you if he could swear on this. Like I usually ask. But fuck,
Hey,
that's great.
We're
Thank
here.
God.
And he can do whatever he wants to. I mean, that team has already proven they do what they want to. So, uh, but looking at it from the outside, so we find ourselves a lot pitted next to you guys,
Mhm.
and it does always look like you guys are just having a blast over there. Um,
Yeah, that's because they're running up front and we're not.
well,
So just
there's
relax
Definitely makes you
yourself.
smile. That definitely brings a
Yeah,
smile to your
yeah.
face.
Top tens will do that. They're super fans. So settle down.
that's well, I get it. But you are the other thing I'll say about you is you don't miss an opportunity either because you're not just pitting Sundays, you are still pitting most weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yep.
So like what's that schedule like? How does that work for you? What are the other teams you're pitting on?
Friday, I'm doing Spire like I wouldn't say celebrity truck like their super truck with Kyle, usually Kyle Busch or Connor Mozak. So I'm pinning Kyle Busch this weekend at Dover, and he likes to win. I like to compete. He's running up front, so when we come down, it's like I just like to compete. If my legs are working, I'm going to do all three series. On Saturdays, I do Star Poli, Odd Doctor, and then Sundays Carson Hocevar. So Saturday we got to take a hit, but then he's learning, which every driver is. But it's fun to watch him grow as a driver and seeing him improve each and every week and ask questions and all that stuff. It's like he drops his ego and like still trying to learn everything. So it's good.
So how do you manage working three different series, three different teams as far as like training wise?
Mm.
Are your O'Reilly teams or your truck teams, are they running pit practice every week? Are you a part of those? If they are, how does that work?
We do cup 2 times a week. So we do Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Wednesday we do foul lug. So we practice foul lug 1 week. If we have a terrible week or bad stops or anything, I try to get like extra days of like foul lug. Or if we have a bad day at one lug, maybe we get an extra Thursday practice. But other than that, try to have a great Tuesday and Wednesday practice of one lug. And I feel like foul lug become muscle memory, honestly. So 'cause, you got different setups in each week, but it's like, yeah, just and then workouts. Just keep it as we got a great trainer. We got three good strength and conditioning coaches, and they come up with like the best like workouts for your body, for your position, and then they custom your workout to you, what you want to do. And like this year, I wanted it to be like more explosive, more deliverant of what I'm doing. And it was like more like tennis ball like training, more eye coordination things. We got more stuff in the gym for that, and then just me doing more cardio because like again, I'm doing all three series. Last year I had like a heat exhaustion in Indy. It's like I'm too athletic. I work out too much for this. I mean, it can happen to anybody, but it's like my body should be on tip top shape every time I hit the track. I should not have to worry about putting a coat towel on my neck and doing all this blah blah. Like I should be locked in, you know. So yeah, they take care of our body, and then like you said, we got this nice gym, we got saunas, we got cold tubs, got steam rooms. Like we take care of our bodies, got hyperbolic chambers. So every day after workouts, take a shower, get in one of those recovery beds or cold tub sauna, just relax, and you spend much majority of your time there.
Yeah. I mean, we have like pre-workout and protein at our gym.
Oh my God.
We don't have a barber, but
We got
Tell
that.
me
We got
about the
that. We got
workout
that.
that you and Supreme Court are doing at 6:30 a.m. Chad, are you getting
we're
after it?
we're
Yeah.
showing up. I mean, again, I don't look anything like Jarius or even Chris, so I'm trying to work hard.
You don't look as
It's
old as me, so you got
well,
that covered.
whatever. The
Okay.
it's strength training has never been my specialty. I've always been a runner my whole life, and I had the knee injury a couple months ago that's really inhibiting that. I pretty much am back to normal except for being able to run. Um, but so I'm relying on my guy, Supreme Court Justice over there. He puts our workouts together for us
I
most
love
days,
that.
and we're showing up, we're doing it, and we uh we went a little heavier this morning than we've been doing. That felt good. So
Oh, look at you guys
yeah,
go.
we
Making gains.
Just
there's
leave them
That's
in the
all it
gym
is.
for me. Just leave
let's
them there for when I get off work at 5. Just leave them.
we
Don't
we
use
uh
them all up.
we don't have a coach in there, or we don't have all these fancy things that are going on at Hendrick, but we're showing up, and that's hey. The other thing is neither one of us got to go over the wall on Sunday.
That's
No,
I
my
true.
mean,
days my
That's
days are
true.
over.
I I go over the wall to walk to the car and pre-race for the grid, and then I walk back and I ask people if they need waters or snacks, and
Yeah, I
that's
crossed the wall to circumvent the population on pit road, right?
yeah, Chris heads back to the hauler and hides out on his computer now.
That's right.
But you did put in your years on the pit crew.
No, absolutely. So, his story is amazing. Um, it almost runs parallel to a lot of the athletes on pit road, including myself, right? So it's relatable. I felt his pain coming out of college, thinking you had a plan and you get derailed for whatever reasons and you land on your feet, which he did, which I did. And it just makes that story so remarkable, and it makes people appreciate all the hard work over the years that you put in. Um, and you appreciate it as a athlete, and you perfect your craft now over the road. I mean, over the wall. And you trade one, as I like to say, I traded one helmet for another, right? So I took the football helmet off and put the pit stop helmet on, and we kept going.
Yeah.
Ricky, what kind of questions you got over there? I know you got your notes.
Well,
Ricky
you
is
see
the
you see me taking notes.
Ricky is the best note taker. I wish I would have had him in college. I would have probably stayed in college had I had a Ricky to take notes for me.
Jarius, how old are you?
I'm 29.
So I listened to this story. I appreciate you coming on. And
Mhm.
I actually found myself being kind of mad and pissed off that, like, for you, how could you be the fifth safety on the board and just be passed over, ignored? I get the COVID piece of it, but it's like it just doesn't make sense. And I'm not trying to reopen up a wound because you figured it out and you made your new plan and it's successful.
Mhm.
But I'm like, God damn, how could this guy have been left behind and not have a pro career? And I totally listen, I'm bummed out and I see how you got bummed out. And I was curious in your story who maybe tapped you on the shoulder to figure out God in your life, or if you just figured it out yourself. That's one question.
Uh, like I said, my mom was a big help, but then finding the God part was my tap on my shoulder. Because I feel
Okay.
like, yeah, I just feel like you gonna either do it or you're not. You can tell me, you can sit here and tell me about everything, but it's my job to listen and do something about it. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So my mom was always doing it, but it's like always telling me, but it's like it was my decision to, let me like think about it and just, let me come with him. Let him come to me at my time.
I appreciate that. That's pretty
Yeah.
solid. And then I was wondering, so you said it was easier to be one lug, and you're speaking
Hmm.
in terms of being a changer. Um, I try to understand the sport so I can relate it to all our guests so that they can keep spending a lot of money on these race cars and keep us racing.
Uh,
Um, did you change one leg?
I did.
Okay. Um, am I right or wrong that it is a little bit uh it's a little bit sensitive in that that gun cannot be spinning. It's got to connect,
Hmm.
then it's got to wrap. It
Yep.
goes to 6, 7, 800 foot-pounds of torque. Am I right?
You're right. You're right.
Okay. And early on, when the one lugs came in, I remember it happened to Bubba, some other teams. Yeah, a lot of them were falling off and tires are rolling around. But the other thing you can do is you can actually overspin that, right?
Hmm.
And you can weld that center lug to that BBS aluminum rim. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. So then that made me think that if you're now currently doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, are you a carrier on all three, or are you a carrier just for Hocevar and hitting five off, five on the other series?
Oh, I'm gonna carry all three.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one of the things I love about your story, and I want to tell it accurately, is I kind of tell the sponsors, because I agree with Chad, nobody understands the intricacies and how important the pit crew is and how much goes into what you guys do to be successful on Sunday. So if I'm misrepresenting this, correct me, but I believe the 5 over the wall guys
Hmm.
can fly in and out on race day, right?
Hmm.
Because there's a clear division between what's a road crew that reports into our car chief versus the pit crew. They come in, to your point, you have a strength and conditioning coach, you have a nutritionist, you have a workout regime, you have pit practice 2 to 3 times a week. Are we not talking about six-figure salaries that if you climb the board, like Chad
Hmm.
is saying, somewhere in the riches of my man Supreme Court Justice on that 24, that 5, etc., those are significant six-figure salaries for former unbelievable college athletes, rugby, baseball, football,
Hmm.
to make a living.
Oh, 100%. I tell them all the time when I'm like actually recruiting guys, it's like you can
Yeah.
make a great living out of here.
Yes.
You don't have to worry about anything. You can live and be very, very comfortable doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. My last question is, and this is obviously yes, your mom proud of you?
Oh, 100%.
Good
She's
for
the
you,
biggest
bud.
supporter. She's the biggest
Cheers,
supporter.
man. I've enjoyed talking to you. This is cool. Thank
It's
you.
so does she come to races the same way she went to football games?
So she was gonna come to Vegas last year, 2 years ago. She just got back healthy because she's like 54. She broke her leg in a garden the week that she's coming to Vegas, and
Oh
it kind
man.
of yeah. And I was like, yeah, till you work on 100%, unless I can get like a handicap like wheelchair in that. I
Yeah,
said I
it's
don't
too
want you
much
coming to a
walking.
race. It's too much
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
too
it's
walking.
a
much
lot of
walking.
walking.
It is.
So I'm trying to get her to come to Charlotte next week if I can uh get some tickets and all that stuff because that's close and you don't have to do that much walking there. So
Yeah, the 336, baby.
yeah.
Man, I just a lot more respect. I always respected you, but knowing that you was that close out of the 336, Eastern Guilford, man. ACC guy, although you did go to NC State, ACC guy, I love it, man. The paths of career.
Look at the
Um,
deacon passing judgment.
yeah,
I
I
love
like
it.
it, man. One carrier to another, I
But
love it, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
Ricky,
absolutely.
Ricky,
Yes, sir.
how about this though? It's
What you
not
got?
it's still not the only sport that he is involved in and succeeding in. How about that? He also, I called him last week, or I texted him last week, and I already knew the answer before I texted him. I
Hmm.
said, I said, where are you at tonight, brother? Where were you at?
Bowling. I was definitely bowling.
This guy is a like crack bowler.
Yeah, I do it all
Really?
the time. Yeah, I love bowling.
So
So, dude, when we were up in the Glen, did you cut out somewhere and go? I was walking through trying to figure out where the NASCAR experience stages and all that shit. And I hear all these pins. Chad, they had Go Bowling had actually set up lanes
Really?
under this giant white tent. I'm like, what in the hell are we doing?
See, I didn't see that.
They
I would have went out
did.
there. I
They
would have went
did. I
out there.
swear to God, it was unbelievable.
So I have a buddy who's actually on the board for Go Bowling,
Of
and
course you
Mm,
do.
and
Yeah, of course.
he owns a ton of bowling centers around like Maryland, Washington D.C., all in through there. Like I think he is like maybe one of the top 5 bowling guys in the country as far as like he owns that many.
mm,
But great guy too, great guy too. So we have to get you some of those bowling lanes sometimes.
that'd
But
be dope.
tell me,
So, Jarius, chest up, man. You're a bowler. If you were a golfer, we'd ask about your handicap. You're a
that's
bowler.
All
Come
right,
on.
what's that
What's
that
your
was
score?
rolling
that was
average?
literally my question.
My bowling,
Oh,
like
I'm sorry,
this gonna
Podfather.
No,
Let
no,
me
you're good.
sit back
I'm
in my
glad
seat.
we're all here on we're all on the same wavelength.
Is it Turkey Central or what? What we got?
this gonna sound weird. A house ball. I am a 200 plus average guy. I
With the
bought my
house ball.
own with a house ball. I bought my own ball. I can't even break 200 right now. So I'm learning my
Because you're
ball right now.
learning it. You're
I'm
learning it.
learning it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The highest I
Yeah.
ever got with my ball right now was like 187, and that's it. I'm like, this is not good. So sometimes I go back to the house ball and like when I feel bad, I go back to the house ball, roll a 200.
And so since I'm asking all these personal questions, you're 29 years old. When you step on the scale, what do you weigh?
219,
So when you go to a bowling alley and grab a house ball, how heavy is it?
15.
Okay.
I only do 15, yeah.
Okay.
The dude,
16,
he
16 is the
wouldn't let,
max, right?
no, you can, I think 18 is the max, I think.
Oh, is
You
it?
can go, yeah, I think 18 is the max, I think.
Okay.
And then the dude that I got my ball like made, he said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get anything lower than 15." Because this little girl that was like 13, she bowls and she was using a 15. He's like, "Yeah, if she can do it, you're gonna leave with a 15." I said,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
wanted a 13-pound ball because that's what I'm used to. So
Yeah. That's what I
Yes.
was wondering because I remember going bowling and using lighter ones because I felt like I could manipulate it more. Chad, how heavy are your balls? See,
Hey, boy.
that's why you have me on here.
Jesus Christ.
That's Jesus Christ.
We have a kid in the shop at Cardiacs who he is the bowling league or whatever. He bowled like two perfect games last week. So
Really?
we gotta get you guys.
No way.
He's like a 17-year-old kid,
Oh,
been bowling
wow.
his whole life. Yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
they have a league at the bowling alley like just down from the shop there. I forget the name of
At
it.
AMF or Firefly, Fire
Firefly.
Lanes,
Yeah, I think
Fire
that was
Lanes. I go
Firefly.
there. I be going there sometimes.
Yeah. So
So there's a couple guys on pit road. They in bowling league. So they hit 300 sometimes. So we got a lot of guys on pit road that bowls.
I didn't
And
know that
he
was such a big thing here.
2 in a week, Chad. I mean,
It's
almost. I feel like that's like a hole in one. You go your whole life to try and get one.
well,
Yeah.
so apparently he bowled like two back-to-back perfect games, and
Back to
then he
back.
went. Then he goes to this tournament,
Jesus Christ.
and some of our people went from the tournament to the tournament to support him, and he like barely cracked 100. He's like
Oh my
he was
gosh.
devastated. Like he
Oh,
just
wow.
used
Yeah.
up all his mojo on.
Jesus.
But we should put together a bowling night. That would be fun. I
That'd
mean,
be kind of
Jarius would
fun.
smoke us all, but it'd be fun.
And
Maybe
then
have
followed up
No.
with going to that slot car place that's right by your thing. And then we'd run slot cars.
yeah.
That's nice. I like it.
So
Oh,
we won't keep you much longer. We appreciate your time. Tell us about the win in Talladega. How did you guys celebrate? What has that been like? Your boy went to the Met Gala. I'm
Yeah.
not sure why he didn't take you with him. I
They
mean,
went to Chili's and rode the Dente, I
Chili's.
hope. Let's see.
Yeah. Chili stay open.
Come on.
so
Yeah. So
tell us about it.
after the race, shoot, during the race, it was like, are we really about to win this? You know, we've been waiting for, I mean, last year, Charlotte engine blows,
Yeah.
Michigan
Michigan
left
cut
rear
a
blow.
tire, right?
Yeah. And
Yep.
then there was another race we was close to winning. It's like, are we really about to do this or is something really going to happen again? And you see, I don't know who right behind us, and you just see him lead. And it's like, this was bigger than GP6. This win was bigger than that pit crew competition we won in GP6 to me. And the reason why is because, like I said, that 77, we've been together for 3 years. That's
Because
literally
you've
a
seen it
family.
grow. Yep.
It's up and down, up and down. It's the bad, the good, the family. Seeing your teammates, kids grow, seeing crew chief kids grow. It's like we've really been doing this since the beginning. And like last week, it was like Texas. They was 1 and 2. I was like, I told my road crew, I was like, you need to really look at this. I said 3 years ago when I was on this car, y'all motherfucker was on the back of the just it was y'all was just in the back.
Yeah,
We
the
was
back
already
markers. Yeah.
we was already a lap down before the race even started. That's how
Right.
bad it was. I said like the moment that in Talladega was like probably the best moment I had in NASCAR so far. After the race, victory lane usually takes like 30, 40 minutes to get through. I think that thing took like an hour and 30 minutes. I'm like, dude, I'm tired of taking pictures. Like, let's go. But Chili stayed open till like 2:30. And then
Damn.
I couldn't
Did you
stay
go-
that long.
did you-
I couldn't stay that
Did you
long.
did you go to Birmingham? Where did you go?
We went to one in
Oxford?
no, we went to one in Mooresville.
Oh, you flew back and went to
Yeah,
We
they
flew
went
back
back.
and then
Wow.
went to Chili's. Chili's had like all you can eat foods, like triple dippers and all that stuff that you get on there. They had limited margaritas, beer, anything.
And they hooked it up for you.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
Yeah,
then
they hooked it up.
What
Luke
a
invited
cool
everybody to the house
sponsored.
after.
Yeah.
So
That's
So
cool,
how
man.
late did
That's
the party
legit.
go?
I heard them guys stayed there till like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't
Notice
do
he
it.
said,
love
notice he
that
said,
so
them
much.
guys.
He said, I heard them guys. He said, I was passed out on the couch.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, it was definitely amazing.
That's incredible. Very well deserved. You guys earn that. You're showing up every week. Speaking
But
of
listen,
that,
Chad, can I just say real quick? Can I
absolutely.
just say, like, and not to kiss Jarius's ass, it cost me $200.
It
Two
did.
hundred, $200
Appreciate you, Jay.
just because. And Justice, your wallet's 100 heavier. You're one of them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
I
Scotty's the
thanked
other
him. I
one.
thanked you.
Scotty from
Scotty's the other
Driven.
one from Driven Sunglasses. Ty Gibbs gets his first win before I called my shot on my man Carson Hocevar. Damn it.
So,
Yeah.
so,
Damn it. But I was
so,
happy to pay the money. I was
so
happy to
at the
pay the money.
at the Clash this year, we did a live show before the Clash up in
And I ran my
Winston-Salem,
mouth.
and I put the question out: which one wins first, Hocevar or Gibbs? And Supreme Court Justice took Gibbs, Ricky took Hocevar, and Rick loves to bet and throw out some money, and
And
so
always pay.
he
Always pay.
always pays.
Listen,
No,
Always
his
pay.
credit is really
no,
good.
no.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you, Chris.
He is a man of his word if he
Thank
says that
you.
Yep.
he's going to do it. But he said that that Hocevar would get the win first, and because by what 2 weeks was
It
that
was one race,
was it
wasn't
one
it?
right was it one race or two races?
Thought it was one.
Anyways, I can't remember the schedule now. But
It's
yeah,
fine.
if you
I'm
guys have
happy for
interest in it,
Jarius.
yeah.
I'm happy for Carson. And I'm happy for that whole 77 team.
And
Done
for the
deal.
sport. I
Yes.
cannot tell you
Yes.
how good
Good point.
you guys
Good point.
are and Carson is for the sport.
Yeah.
This is what fans have been dying for.
Mhm.
This is what the industry needed so bad. This is so refreshing. And again, even on somebody who works on another team, like to see you guys having so much fun in the pit beside us. And again, you're running up front and you're winning the race and you're doing all those things. And our cup program is not there currently. Um, but it is infectious, and to be around you is infectious because you are like you've got this just joy and genuine happiness about you that I appreciate so much.
No, I appreciate
But
you. I appreciate you.
but it's good for the sport, man. It's good for people to have somebody to cheer for. It's good for people to have somebody to boo. Um,
He's
it's
selling a lot of T-shirts right now.
do I
Oh
mean
yeah.
I told you
Listen.
we share a merch hauler
Thank you. Yeah. Tell
and
that story, Chad.
and I the races I'm at, Rick does the same thing. We go check with Ashley, who runs the merch hauler. I went out there after Daytona, so I think when we were in Atlanta. No, I went out there during Daytona because we went multiple times. We were there for 5 weeks or something. I don't know.
Uh,
But so I would go check on her and be like, "Hey, do you need more hero cards? Or do you need more whatever?" And I was noticing the host of our stuff. Like people, those Ride the Dente shirts are everywhere, everywhere.
mhm.
And she told me at Daytona, she said, I sold completely out of hosts of our stuff at Daytona. They had to bring me new stuff for Atlanta.
Yeah,
She
he
told
hadn't
me,
even won yet.
yeah, and
Yeah.
she told me a few weeks ago, we literally cannot keep the host of our stuff stocked on the
It's
merch
true.
rig. He's gonna
That's
need his own merch rig
that's cool.
quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's cool to see. I mean, when we were in Talladega before he won,
I was about to say something about
it,
Talladega.
it
I was in
was
the garage. I'm like, yo, where's all these shirts coming from? Where's all these chili sets?
dude.
I'm like, yo, where are all these fans coming from?
I went out.
Yes.
Listen, that's my home track, so I knew a ton of people there. One of my buddies in particular texted me, "Hey man, I'm in the fan zone. Can you come say hi or whatever?" So, and he had told me like earlier in the week, he's like, "Hey, I bought a Custer t-shirt to support." I'm like, "Thanks, man. I appreciate that." I go out there and he's wearing a Host of our t-shirt, and he's like, "Man, I know I told you that I bought the shirt, and I did, and I promised, but I, I, I had to wear this. Like, I just felt like I had to. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel it." And that sense was already growing and going everywhere. And I tell you, when I tell you, it was either a Hocevar t-shirt or a Cletus McFarland t-shirt. Those dominated Talladega, and they are week in and week out. You're seeing more and more, and it just continues to grow. And it's crazy. It's awesome to see. It's awesome to be a part of, even though we're a part of the industry, but not even a part of your specific team. But it's really cool for everything it's doing for NASCAR. Um, one more quick topic. We'll let you go. We appreciate your time. You've been here with us well over an hour, so I appreciate you making time for this. Uh, it's a big week for you guys.
Mm.
You guys are going to get probably more spotlight this week. When I say you guys, I mean pit crews in general. So we got the All Star race coming up this week in Dover, and every year there is a pit crew challenge, and this year that factors in to qualifying. So to qualify this year, and this year they changed the format, so every single team is going to start. So every single team is going to do this, um, but it's a one lap speed run combined with the pit crew challenge, a mandatory four tire stop with no fuel, and then they're going to combine all that. The total eclipse time from green flag to checkered flag determines the starting lineup for segment one. So are you guys, is there extra practice? Is there extra pressure? Is there anything you guys are doing differently? How do you feel going into this weekend? Can you put that 77 car on the pole in combination with Carson and the work that you guys are doing there on pit road?
I think we can. So our front change is pretty new. He only been there for like six months. And we finally getting the momentum that we needed as a pit crew to stay up there with Carson. Like Carson driving up front. Like probably in the beginning of the year, I would say like we might can maintain you some spots. We might lose you one or two, but he was okay with that because he knew what he had. Now, last 3 or 4 weeks, we've been building momentum to for this reason, for this opportunity, for just getting closer to each other, as in chemistry wise. I think we can bust out of seven. I think we can. I think we can win, and I think this is a great opportunity for us. So hope we can, and hope we can win that $100,000.
Is there anything is there anything you're doing to prepare? Is it
um,
different this week going into All Star?
Not really, just the same old, same old. And then we just have, I mean, we'll probably practice, and then we have like our own pit stop competition at work where everybody do one stop and do it from there. But this week probably be like kind of like a deload week for mono, and just work on like the little things, because honestly you got to look at it like last year. How many people messed up on pit road that made
Yeah.
mistakes? It's like it's all about just being clean. Be fast, but be as clean as possible,
Yeah.
because
Get it
you just got
done.
you got
Yep.
you got to let everybody else mess up.
Yep.
So
Let it done. Get it done.
I like it. So smooth as fast and just show up, do your job.
most definitely.
I like it. I like your chances. I like what you guys are doing there. Fellas, you got anything else for Jarius before we let him go?
Listen, man, I appreciate you. One hell of a story, like I keep saying, man, and
Agreed.
keep doing what you're doing, brother. The sky's the limit. Obviously, you're in a great place to perfect your craft, right? You're at the top.
Yeah.
One,
29 years old. He's got a
yeah,
decade yet,
yeah,
Chris.
yeah,
He ain't old like me.
or me,
Or
right? So
you.
you still got some
Sorry.
Or
time.
me?
Boy, stop.
Listen, you act like I'm so far from you.
But no, keep it up, man, and be that inspiration, man. Keep telling that story because, you know, like me, there's you, right? Similar stories. And there's going to be a guy behind you with the same story,
There is.
right? So just be that inspiration, man, and
Yeah.
let people know that there is an alternative to what we thought was being a professional athlete.
Mhm. No, I definitely appreciate y'all. I definitely appreciate the kind words and give me the opportunity to speak on here. And it's always good seeing y'all on pit road, and seeing y'all every day at work. So I really do appreciate all of y'all. Really do.
Yeah, buddy. You're welcome back anytime. And if if you guys get that 100,000 this weekend, we expect to be at Chili's.
Chad wants to be taken to Chili's.
Well, I think it's a casino, so I think I'm gonna take it to the casino. I'm a better too.
Oh, nice. See, Chad? It's competitive spirit.
I just want the food. I
got you. They always be looking out.
I won't be in Dover. Ricky will be there. Chris, you doing Dover?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm the only oddball out this week. So, but you guys have fun. Jarius, thanks for being a part of this. If people want to follow your story, see what's going on, where can they look you up?
All my socials are it's me _Morehead for everything. And if you just type my name, it should pop up. But again, it's me _Morehead. My Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everything's the same.
Chad, you went a little deep on that Greek goddess body. I'm like, whoa.
I mean, I'm not the only OnlyFans if I look like you. I don't know.
There we go.
All right, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Jarius Morehead on Checkers Records.
All right,